Hi there, Nomad here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. When we last left our hero, I was bitching because I found the goddamn murder weapon, but Phoenix didn't realize that. This fence looks dangerous. Gee, you think? Anyway, we're back in court now. This is going to be a terrible day. Mr. Wright? Yeah? Why do you look so unhappy? Because we have a witness who's gonna, like, tank our defense. It's gonna be awful. Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. I'm lying. Right, Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to get into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. Today's gonna suck. Why were we in waiting room 1 but we're in courtroom number 4? It doesn't make sense.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
I don't remember what I did for Edgeworth, whatever. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stage. To the stand. Well, I mean, it's basically a stage. God, this guy's so gross. Like, I was all like, ooh, yay, a nerd, cool, and then I remembered that he's a lecherous asshole. And, my feelings changed. Will the witness state his name and profession? How... God damn it, I forgot. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle. Edgeworth is not amused. Salmonella, I'm the director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste time putting on the pressure. Oh, shit. Please don't make me read more late. I'm out of practice. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I knew that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Alrighty.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, boy.
Alright.
We're just gonna press everything and see how that goes. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no. I come in on all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Excuse you? Jesus. Still, from what fuck. I don't know what FWIF stands for. I was pretty busy that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing action scene run through. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why is that? Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right. Thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Ruffs. R-O-F-S? I don't know that one. Rolling on the floor? Starving? Okay, that's fair. I heard that everyone else at lunch ate in the employee area. There were 2 plates. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak! The assistant cooked them up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Wait, the assistant cooked them? So she was there. How can she be... She was in the employee area, obviously, because she cooked the food, but she also stated that she was in the, at the Studio 1. How did she get through without her getting her picture taken? How did the other fucking, the producer and the director and all the higher-ups, how did they get through the arch without getting their picture taken? None of this makes sense! Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah. No steak, at least. Can you believe it? No steak, at least. Wait, so you ate something? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? No steak, at least. It's a little bag. Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manila, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak. Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I'm sure I was onto something. Wait. Do I need to go back and press that again? Blah blah. It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. What you want? When I went to the studio too, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all.
T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press that one a bit more. What were you discussing?
This new samurai story and our budget. Get this! The sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting? You didn't take a single break?
Well... Yeah, not a one.
Wait a minute. Maybe I do have an idea.
Press harder!
Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Not 2 seconds ago. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops. Ruffled.
Well?
Mr. Manila, what is this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please.
Oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Why is he laughing?
Yeah, we took a break. It was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12.
We don't do base 12 here, sir.
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1. Lol. That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me.
Alrighty.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination.
Alright. It's only 15 minutes. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? He was eating his fucking steak. There were 2 plates on that table.
Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez? The producer?
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat.
Yeah, but they didn't commit murder in Studio. They committed it there! Why is that? What, that's it? That's okay. That testimony was too short to bring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? Okay. I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food.
Well, Phoenix... Fuck, I don't know. I really wish I could look at this fucking scrapbook. Why is that? Fucking... God, I don't know. What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. It was only 15 minutes. Not really, because you'd have to... He'd have to go to Hammer, or not Hammer, he'd have to go to WP's trailer, get the costume, put it on, go back to Studio 1, kill Hammer, come back, get rid of the costume, which I'm pretty sure has been burned in the incinerator at Studio 2, by the way. We're just gonna go through this whole thing again. Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Yes, yes we have. Can we please move on? The testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with his murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1?
Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Someone from the trailer went to Studio 1. No, because he wasn't killed at Studio 1, he was killed at Studio 2! Don't want to write off so many possible suspects. I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to Studio 1. To go to the studio in that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. Yeah, it was blocked by the monkey. Mr. Monkey. Edgeworth. Edgeworth, you're mistaken. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. You smarmy bow. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Yep. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. Therefore, I have no reaction, they therefore have no relation to this case. I can words. Furthermore, with regards to this photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Ah, shit. Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. We're fucked. We're very fucked. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I missed something. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. I just need to take a look at the actual picture. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Excuse me? Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. Prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Aww. He's so small. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Hi, Cody.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness!
What? Just because you're a grown-up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you! The nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident?
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What? Pops, you want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Just... Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that is possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey! I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record.
Da-da-da. Cody's camera. A new digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it.
Well, Cody, please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal. Just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady couldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. I totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
Oh.
Wait, so Cody didn't have his camera with him at the time? That seems odd. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, Was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors? Or... Wait. The studio door's blue? Guess what happened next? Came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. So it wasn't actually in Studio 1, because he said he couldn't get in there. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it on all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Wait a second. Don't judge me. Take that. Oh. Cody, what you just said seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. God, this is old. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah? So, I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? He's on a little box. Oh, that's cute. So you did have your camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. But he always gets a picture of the final strike. We have his frickin' picture book. That's his shtick. Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, so we have his book. Where... And the bad guy stopped moving. How did he hit him? Did he use his samurai spear? So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you! A person! He was a person! That's fucking helpful. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? And the bad bad guys stop moving. Why? Huh?
What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
Okay, nope, we're going a bit too far.
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop, samurai slap.
Something
like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
None of those were the samurai spear. Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Has he?
Objection!
Has he really? You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright! How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well... That's the thing. Phoenix. I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. I'm a professional gamer. I've ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Shit. Maybe... He's still learning how to use it. He was busy fiddling with his camera? What would that be under? Fuck. Yes, I know I just saved 5 seconds ago. Shut up! So what?
Take that!
Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I am aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I am aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
What? What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right? Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything that he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, would you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of that fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid. Aw, he's crying.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Oh, that's a fucking lie. That was blatant lie. Anything strange with that testimony, Mr. Wright? So much. But I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Come on. Why does the, like, cross-examination scene take so long? Wait. So, you did see the beginning of the fight?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely? Wanna elaborate on that? Wait, no, go back. Sure. Yeah. That's all?
Yeah! I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would've once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Shenanigans! Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye. Question mark?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow!
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
Can we see the picture, please?
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
No! You erased them?
Yeah!
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? Alright, hold on. Alright, let's see. Yeah?
Objection!
Oh, the music stopped. Yes! Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Bazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Oh. Oh, what if it was Hammer in the costume? Hammer's about the right height, and he would know about the sprained ankle. Oh, and there was no blood! There was no blood in Hammer's costume, which was weird. The Steel Samurai lost! It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all of his pictures, the Steel Samurai, none of them were taken this day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in the album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. Yeah, Phoenix is getting it. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this?
Yes, we're sure!
Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
The Steel Samurai didn't win!
Oh my god, that makes so much more sense. It was Hammer that drugged Powers, and then stole his costume, and then went to Studio 2.
I can only think of one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No, it's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai would be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle—
You can't handle the truth!
Well, shit.
Order! I will have order. Witness! Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
We made a kid cry. Oh, poor baby. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Oh. just want to give him a hug.
Order! Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
He was just in the costume. Keep talking about the Steel Samurai like he's the actual person.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error.
An error? What's this all about?
Hammer was the victim.
These are both right.
These are both right.
What am I fucking shit, you mother goddamn. Alright.
They're both right. Why are you giving me this? Quite simply, the victim was Jack Hammer. We all know that, right? Perhaps you'd like to reconsider your last statement. I'm sorry. It was I who was... Okay. Nope. Get out! Alright. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Who was also Hammer. Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury.
Wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
Oh shit, really? What?
Show us, quick!
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Here, this is it.
It's at Studio 2! Called it.
Looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. No! 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 Keep it! Stop! Wait, Phoenix. Oh, thank God, Mia. Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That's the photo. That photo is all the evidence we need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Yes, there is. It's at Studio 2. Yes, I know. Let me do the thing. It's at Studio 2. It's at Studio 2. Take that! Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes, well. It's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
That's impossible! Eh? What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio's guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the took place. Yes, allow me to do so, please. Take that! Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. I mean, both of these, really. Professional gamer. Doing gamer things. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they couldn't have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Bitch. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was being held at that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. At the time the murder happened.
Order! Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbeg, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then, he went to Studio 2.
Objection!
Fucking what, Edward?
This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume?
I have no idea.
Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder?
Well, no, of course not.
But do you have proof
Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I don't have that. I mean, I have circumstantial evidence that WP was drugged at the time. Proof? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. Phoenix, even if you're not 100% sure, you have to try. But I think you've got proof that's good enough to win them over. Just go for it, all or nothing. Your Honor, well, I guess I'm presenting evidence. Actually, I do have proof. Fucking
Take that!
This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Yeah.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. That would be the easiest way to go about this.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check the bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're
right.
Very well then. The court will take possession of the bottle.
Empty bottle given to the judge.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai has been seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume?
That is really hard to say.
Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension.
Well, shit.
Very well, court is adjourned.
See, I knew there would be another day. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home for about three times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. That's not something you say to your client. Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers. We have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. I'm guessing it was D. Vasquez. Alright. Cool. So, I was right. Today was horrible, but we made it through. Yes, I would like to say progress. Thank you. So today was fun. Terrible, but fun. And now we have a more complete picture about what happened. And I can show the actual murder weapon, which I figured out last episode. But whatever. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. This is Nomad, signing off.